ನಮಸ್ತೆ. ನಾನು ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಕಲಾವತಿ ಕಾಮತ್, ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಮಹಿಳಾ ಪಾಲಿಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರಂಥಾಲಯ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ವಿಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಶ್ರೇಣಿ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸಕಿಯಾಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಾನು ಈಗ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪ್ಲೊಮಾ ಇನ್ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಈ ಕೋರ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಬ್ರರೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನುವ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಸ್ಟರಿ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಬ್ರರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಬ್ರರೀಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಂದೂ ರೂಲರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನುವ ವಿಷಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಪಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಲೈಬ್ರರೀಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಂದೂ ರೂಲರ್ಸ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆನಾರಸ್, ಮಿಥಿಲಾ ಮತ್ತು ನಾಡಿಯಾ. ಈಗ ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ಬನಾರಸ್, ತಿರ್ಹುತ್, Mithila, Nadia, and other important centers of Hindu learning played important parts in the history of library development of medieval India. The libraries of these centers contained huge collections of manuscripts on religion and philosophy, as well as on other subjects like medicine, science, and history. Dr. Freyer, who traveled in India in the 17th century, visited such libraries which were filled with Sanskrit manuscripts, unfolding the mysteries of their religion. During his travel in India, Bernier visited Benares. His letter to Monsieur Chaplin, dispatched from Shiraz in Persia on 4th October 1667, is important as it describes the history of Sanskrit learning at Benares in the 17th century. Benares was then a celebrated seat of learning and a home of many reputed scholars. A list of about 69 Pandits can be found from Kavindra Chandrodaya. Kavindracharya was then a leader, and all these Pandits of Benares were held in high esteem by Shah Jahan and his son Dara. Kavindracharya, a renowned Vedic scholar and well versed in all branches of Sanskrit learning, was born on the banks of the Godavari, but he made Benares his abode. He led the deputation of Hindu Pandits to Agra against the pilgrims' tax levied by Shah Jahan on pilgrims of Allahabad and Benares. He exercised his influence and made the Mughal emperor abolish the tax. Shah Jahan conferred on him the title Sarva Vidya Dana and also gave him a pension of rupees 2000, which was stopped by Aurangzeb. Kavindra had a fine collection of manuscripts. The library was catalogued in a classified way. The catalogue was obtained from certain Math of Benares, and it was published in the Gayakwad's Oriental series. The library was dispersed after the death of the owner, and many of the manuscripts of the said library can be identified as they contain the endorsement Sarva Vidya Dana Kavindracharya Saraswatinam Pustakam. When Bernier reached Benares, he was warmly received by Kavindra in the university library, where he invited six eminent scholars for a discussion with Bernier. He wrote, it has its authors on philosophy, works on medicine, written in verse, and many other kinds of books, with which a large hall at Banaras is entirely filled. These libraries were preserved with passionate zeal and love, and it was a difficult task to procure such manuscripts. Bernier wrote, those books being of a great bulk, at least if they were Beths which were shown to me at Benares, they are so scarce that my Agha, now with the standing all his diligence, has not succeeded in purchasing a copy. The Gentiles indeed conceal them with much care, lest they should fall into the hands of the Mohammedans. And he burnt as frequently has happened. The above statement is further corroborated by another traveler, Thevenot, who writes, they have many ancient books of their religion, and the Brahmins are the keepers of them. These collections of manuscripts were preserved with passionate care by the learned Hindu scholars during their lifetime, but after their death, the collection were decentralized and some of them were destroyed by the foreign rulers. Now we will discuss about Mithila. Mithila in North Bihar was another important center of Brahminical learning from very early times. It was famous for a specialized study in logic during the Mughal period. Raghunandan, an eminent intellectual, was its product. Emperor Akbar gave the whole town of Mithila to Raghunandan Dasa as a gift, but Raghunandan Dasa later offered it to his Guru Mahesh Thakura as a mark of respect. In the 16th century, Mithila emerged as the chief center of both secular and religious learning. Sanskrit scholars from different parts of India flocked to Mithila. Local rulers patronized them. Nadia, another famous center of higher learning for the Hindus in those days, received its inspiration from Mithila in the 14th and 15th centuries. It is said that Vasudeva Sarvabhauma, the famous logician of Nadia, received his education at Mithila in the 15th century. According to Abdul Fazil, Mithila was a great seat of learning for the Hindus. During the reign of Shah Jahan, Mithila became famous for its scholars and poets who received rewards from the emperor for their scholarship. But Mithila's high reputation was adversely affected to a great extent by the growing fame of the scholars of Nadia. Mahamahopadhyaya Gokulnath 1650 to 1750 migrated to Nadia and established there his new school of logic known as Nyaya Navya Naya. Navya Nyaya. This led to the decline of the reputation and importance of Mithila. Mithila was a stronghold of Brahmanical culture its best in the time of Upanishads. Under its famous philosopher King Janaka, who used to send out periodical invitations to learned Brahmins for philosophical discussions. In the time of the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, and Buddhist literature, Mithila retained the renown of its Vedic days. Mithila as a seat of learning flourished remarkably under its later kings. Jagadhara, an erudite and versatile scholar, wrote commentaries on a variety of texts, the Gita, Meghaduta, Gita Govinda, Malati Madhava, etc. The next scholar who shed illustrated on Mithila was the poet Vidyapati, the author of Maithili songs on Padavali, gen- Padavalli generally. He has inspired for generations the later Vaishnava writers of Bengal. Mithila made conspicuously contributions in the realm of severe and scientific subjects. It developed a famous school of Nyaya which flourished from the 12th and to the 15th century AD under the great masters of logic Ganesha, Vardhamana, Pakshadhara, and others. The school of new logic, Navya Nyaya, was founded by Ganesha Upadhyaya and his epoch, making a work named Tattva Chintamani. Ganesha was followed by his son Vardhamana, who wrote 8 learned works on Nyaya, and by Pakshadhara Mishra, who was so called because he was victorious in a debate of a fortnight. Pakshadhara's nephew and people was the great master Vasudeva Mishra. Another great name in this list of masters is Mahesha Thakura. His pupil Raghunandana Dasa Raya and Raghunandana Dasa Raya, an accomplished logician, went out on an intellectual Digvijaya. at the instance of Emperor Akbar, who, pleased with his performance, made a gift to him of the whole tract of Mithila, which in turn the loyal people transferred to his guru as his fee for teaching him Guru Dakshina. Mahesha Thakura thus became the founder of the Darganja Raj family. Vachaspati Mishra flourished about 1450 AD as the Parishad or court officer of the Kameshwara kings. A host of scholars kept up the literary history of Mithila during the 3 centuries, 13th, 14th, and 15th, though the scholars named above represent its highest level and achieved an all Indian reputation and a permanent place in the realm of scholarship by its socialistic activities. Mithila in those days, like Nalanda of former times, used to draw students from different parts of India for advanced and specialized studies in Nyaya or logic, of which it was then the chief center. It is interesting to note that corresponding to the system of admission at Nalanda and Vikramashila by difficult examination by learned Dwara Panditas, Mithila instituted a peculiar examination for graduation or completion of a study. It was called Shalaka Pariksha, by which the candidate for graduation had to explain that page of a MS which was first last by a needle run through it. This was thus a test of the capacity of the candidate to explain unprepared any part of the text he had studied so as to demonstrate his mastery of the subject in all its parts. The diploma of the Mithila University was then confirmed on the successful student. Thank you.